you believe in time to sing it down. Browse town.
Hey. I was looking on the internet to find out what the name of that storm was that blew everything away the other night. Actually, to be fair, we're recording on the night of the storm, aren't we? Because things could be really bad tonight. But I am Steve Eunice Hen. Is that good enough? Is it Eunice? I don't know what the name of the storm is.
It was Storm Dudley at one point, wasn't it?
Storm Dudley. Storm Dudley. Hey, you know there's a B and Q in Dudley? Nah, it's not. It's just two D's. EU nice. Storm Eunice. EU nice. And I'm dyslexic.
And I'm out.
We didn't do one last week. I'm quite excited.
I've had the wind up me, Mr. Singh.
He's blew off. Look, I think Av, you should change your name to Av I Love Nigel Farage. Sing. Or I Love Nige.
I watched him again the other day. But,
I'm sure if for those of you who didn't hear properly, Av said I washed him again the other day. Not I watched him. That's just so rude. Yeah, what a storm! Yeah, of course he did. I think what we're going to do this. We were going to talk about Nige every week. I think we should. But right, Av, come on, tell me what's bad about what happened in the storm for you? What happened?
Well, I don't know. It was a bit drafty, wasn't it? Inside, yeah. I felt a bit of wind in the house. I was like, bloody hell, what's going on here? Crash, bang, wallop. Bins falling over.
Falling over.
People face planting, trees falling over. Oh.
Face planting. That. See, I'm so fucking old. I've started again with my F word. Face plant is that falling on your face?
Yeah.
Hey, see, I'm down with your kids. I'm sick.
Keeping it real, Steve.
Keeping it real. Did you see anyone fall on their face? Face planting.
I didn't even, I'll be honest with you, I didn't leave the house. All I did was some stuff in the garden being blown about. Put that back after a few times because I had to go back out and do it again because it flew over again. But I didn't go out because of the warnings.
That's very good. I've been out twice today. Once to dye my beard because I haven't got any hair dye, and once to get some southern fried chicken coating because I wanted some fried chicken, which I did because I brought a thermometer to test the heat of the chicken, and I hope it was right because otherwise I've had 5 pieces before we started doing this. And if I'm bad tomorrow, it's the electronic thermometer, 165.
I'm gonna say it'd be more than a wind problem tomorrow, isn't it? If you didn't get it right. I'm always conscious about the wind because you don't know what's going to fly up in your face. You don't know what's out there these days.
Well, no. Well, you do. You know, there's nothing out there because we are all safe and free because all the restrictions are gone. We can toddle around quite nicely now. We've got no testing of COVID, no nothing. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Or is it a smoke screen?
I don't know what to do. I don't know. Do I wear a mask? I don't wear a mask.
Haven't you not got one on now? And that's humour, ladies and gentlemen. That is humour. What I was going to say about you saying you were going outside again and again and again and again because once, let's say, your bin blows over, you pick it up, you put it back, it blows over again. I went past this one house. Their tree had fallen over in like an ornamental tree in a pot outside their house. And I felt about like knocking on their door and I'm thinking perhaps they know it's fallen over and they can't be bothered to keep coming out and putting it up again.
Well, there's not much they can do really, is there, until the wind stops. That's right, isn't it? Just
That's, yeah.
Or maybe it's a design feature.
What, tumbling trees?
Yeah, like a bent tree.
Ooh, I don't think you can say the word tree anymore, Av. A bent tree.
Bent tree.
I don't know what you mean by a bent tree.
Is it like it's bent over?
But would you buy a bent tree? How would you... Can I have that bent tree over there? How do you know it's bent? See, I don't like the word bent because it can mean other things.
Well, I don't mean that. I'm just saying that the tree...
No, I know you don't. It's just that, like, that's just like... It's one of those horrible words kids used to say. But it makes me laugh to know that you'd know that tree was bent just by the way it was bending over.
Got a bit carry on.
It was there, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that tree bending over. I do impressions now. I don't know. That's tempting to be Kenith Williams, but it's not. Yeah, another popular culture. We should do
Matron.
Av's Farage bit and Steve's popular culture references every week.
I used to do a kind of joke, and it would be me doing that impression, but then kind of because it was such a bad impression, it actually slightly sounded like Bane from Batman.
Ain't like that. Is that all right?
No, so,
I can't do it.
no, matron. Batman here. Batman.
Was Bane Michael Caine?
No, Bane. It's the most recent most recent one. It's the ones before.
With Adam West?
No. Oh my God.
I think I gave up after Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
No,
Batman,
George Clooney, probably. I know you mean.
Dark Knight.
It's a dark night, long way from home.
Because you had Heath Ledger who did the second one.
Yeah, Heath
of the
Ledger.
trilogy.
I know. I liked Heath Ledger in that. I thought that film was far too fucking long.
And then Bane was the third one with Batman.
So what was his baddiness? What was Bane bad for? Why was he bad?
Bane, he broke Batman's back.
But like the Penguin's a penguin, the Joker's the Joker. Bane?
He's Bane, but he's been trained the same as Batman in the ninjutsu.
Oh,
so he knew all his moves, and he was stronger.
And that's where he's the bane of my life came from.
Oh, so Batman. You really trained in the dark arts. Oh, Batman.
I'm sure I make everything about me. But so you're saying you did that as a gig, a joke.
Yeah, I did it. I started doing that.
I did it. People laugh because I think people laugh at Iron. But do they if they don't know who Iron Matron is?
That's the thing. What I found was not
voice.
everyone knew what I was talking about. But they kind of.
Did they laugh?
Such a bad impression.
It's a funny impression, though. I think.
Yeah, because it was such a bad impression. I realised it actually started to sound like Bane.
The jiu-jitsu expert.
Yeah, the one who broke Batman's back.
Yeah, it's Bane of his life.
We're talking about Batman. The new Batman's coming this year, I think.
Is it definitely? Because you know what happened to James Bond? We waited for that and we were very disappointed.
Oh, James Bond could start off.
I've never says that.
I'll stop watching after Roger Moore.
I'd like to Roger Moore. Oh, matron.
Oh, Batman.
Oh, making myself laugh. I think it's the bottle of wine. This is what I want to know. Was it made before? Had they started making it before the pandemic, or in the middle of, or was it going to come out during the pandemic and they've held it back?
It was going to come out. I think it was always going to come out this year because they had a lot of new trailers come out for NFL.
Do you know? I love the Super Bowl halftime show, and like Colin Murray on the radio said that it was the best halftime show since Prince. So I went and had a look at it. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He does not know. It was a rubbish halftime show. I think musically it might have been better, but visually I don't think it was. I mean, I don't like that sort of music anyway.
But I think it made me realise how old I'm getting, because obviously when I was younger that music was popular. You know, Tupac, Dr. Dre, Eminem, I've never been a big fan of Snoop Dogg anyway, but then we had Mary J. Blige. I think out of all of them, I think Mary J. Blige is probably the highlight. I mean, 50 Cent.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he was good when 50 cents meant 50 cents instead of minus. But I don't like that sort of music anyway, but visually it was poor.
Oh, visually, yeah, I agree with you.
Visually.
It was a detached house, wasn't it?
Which I don't think is great in a stadium, because I had a quick look. I didn't know Katy Perry did it a few years before. She came on a huge bloody puppet elephant that was half the size of the bloody stadium. That's what you want. You want big visuals. Lady Gaga's show was great. Michael Jackson came in on a bloody jetpack. Fuck's sake. Not a 2-pack. No, he's a fat bastard. Not allowed to say
He's
that,
dead.
Mike, 'cause
He's
that's
dead.
derogatory. Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, what was he doing there then?
No, well, it was one of his songs, but obviously he wasn't.
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
rap on
See,
it.
I'm so down with the kids. Let's talk about matron. Carry on films. No. You see, I tell you, I do want to talk about it because I want to ask you this question, right? And it's very tricky because the money thing, the money side of it, is he paying money because he just wants it? Or, sorry, are we giving the Queen money to pay his bills so like it just goes away, or is he paying money because he doesn't want to face the accusations that could possibly be true? And is the girl taking money because at some point you have to say, I cannot say no to that. If you said to me, Steve, here's 10 grand, don't do this show again. If you said 10 quid, to be fair. But do you know what I mean? We all have our price. So like at some point you're going to get a load of money. So, and was she doing it to get the money? And I hate saying that, but they do say 99% of these civil cases never go to court. They always get a financial settlement.
Well, that's why they're civil cases, aren't they? Because you can kind of get paid off, and it kind of like hush money, the right word? I don't know, but
it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah.
The thing that you can say though about that girl is she was definitely abused in her life by Epstein and the people. So it doesn't matter if it was Prince, and when I say it doesn't matter who it was that doing it. If Prince fucking Andrew was doing it,
well, I think
she was a broken child.
I think vast majority of people would have liked to have seen that go to court. Because everyone, I mean, you can't be guilty until you're proven guilty. But,
See, I'm a big fan of innocence until proven guilty, but I'll say this all the time. When he did that interview on the BBC One, he was guilty. He made me realise he was guilty. And it could have just been a bad interview, but come away with it. You can't talk like that and not be guilty.
I think the fact that he tried to justify the fact that he stopped at his house, even after Epstein's house, even after being charged with trafficking, I think it was, still went to his house. That says it all, doesn't it, really?
It does.
Anybody else in their right mind, you just go, I ain't going to be seen around that guy.
Of course not. Especially if we're the royal family or the royal family. It's a big deal being part of the royal family. But I think I just wanted to just clarify, just in case I was saying something negative. Sometimes you don't want it all dragged up again in court anyway. But, if the royal family come in and say, we want this stopped, people are saying 10 million. I'm thinking it's a lot more than that.
The thing is, if you say it's not taxpayers' money, they're still going to get taxpayers' money. How do you know they're not going to, push it around a little bit?
I think the royal family gave us money back a long time ago, and we make money off what they gave us back, quite a lot, to keep them on.
Well, I think they just need to whittle it down. So it's
just Prince Andrew,
the Queen. Well, the Queen's it's going to be King now. So Prince Charles, Queen Camilla,
Miss Miller,
Queen, and then Prince William, his wife, and his kids. That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it should just stay like one. Is it a generator? No, it's not. Whatever, the next in line, and then it should stop. So like if because it's George, isn't it? So anyone after George? Oh no. Yeah, it'd be George and George's brother until George has a child, and then George's brother goes. Yeah. So there's only two.
The other royal family members, they can be part-time and they can do bits and bobs for charity.
Mind you, to be fair, the Queen's seen a lot has seen a lot. She started when she was what, 20?
She waved at me.
Where? In Wolverhampton.
No, well, come on. Well, I actually haven't been to Wolverhampton.
Let me do me joke. Let me do me joke. Prince Charles. It's not my joke. It's Mike Reed. Prince Charles goes to Middlesbrough. They say to him, "Welcome to Middlesbrough, Your Royal Highness. Why are you wearing that hat made out of fox?" He said, "Well, I was talking to Mummy, and Mummy said, 'Where are you going?' And I said, 'I'm going to Middlesbrough.' And she said, 'Wear the fox hat.'" Wear the fox hat. But no, of course. I don't know. The Queen must have gone to Wolverhampton. Where did the Queen wave? Do you have?
I was just a kid, and a family friend took me down to Buckingham Palace.
I'm just imagining that you're outside. She's walking along the gardens, and she says, "Oh look, there's Av Singh from Wolverhampton. I'll give him a little wave." I'm guessing. There's a lot of people between you and this wave.
No, actually, funny enough, it was during just after the first invasion of. It's not making it sound like a story, don't I? It was during the first invasion of Iraq, and I saw Swashkov, Sergeant Swashkov, the American.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there.
Right, he came in his car out. He bet the Queen for some reason.
See that he was quite a well-known face on the telly, wasn't he?
So he came out in a
Jeep.
black,
Please say Jeep.
No, it was some sort of limousine, black limousine, and then. I was like, oh bloody hell! Just missed him. Had my backpack ready and everything, and then not long after, the Queen came out. I think because no one was expecting her to come out. There's not many people around, and I was like, and she's going from the side. She's driving like this. She's going over that. She farted.
Hey, that's my wave.
Yeah. Oh, one smells a ripple. But yeah, she did wave.
One smells a ripple.
Yeah. That's a posh way of saying it, I imagine, isn't it?
A ripple. Mummy, have you rippled? Wear the fox hat. So Av has met the Queen. I've met Prince.
Her.
When the car came out, how far between you and the window was there?
Not that far, because I've got,
that means nothing because we can't see your hand. If the window was open, could you put your hand in and touch it?
I was about.
How far away?
I was about 6 foot away, 7 foot away.
Okay, no, that's good. That's close. They wouldn't let that happen now, would they? They'd have bloody guards and everything.
Not a brown chap.
Not a brown chap with his rucksack on. But Camilla's got COVID. She might not become Queen Camilla.
But didn't she call the Queen consort?
She called her something. What? You mean now she's called the Queen consort? The Queen I can't even say it.
I think the Queen consort, but yeah, I was thinking this. I was thinking. I reckon Prince Charles knew he had COVID, and then his mom said, "Okay, I'll make a Queen consort, right?" And he'd gone, "Lovely." Bye, mummy.
Because they're getting rid of all the tests. Do you think though he has to be tested before he goes to see his mother? Because I don't think he's just allowed to go and see his mum at the moment.
He probably think I'm just going to test myself.
It would be the Queen's staff would say, "We need to see your lateral flow."
Oh, don't forget they're going to be his staff soon. Bye, mummy.
Apparently, now I don't want you to laugh at this because this is my normal stuff. There is a man who has travelled back in time and he puts videos on YouTube. I don't know who he is, but he's saying that the Queen will die this year.
You know something, Steve?
Yeah.
If I said it, if my neighbour said it, he'd be like, probably.
No, but apparently they actually said what she died of as well.
Old age.
Yeah, no, I think some sort of stomach cancer. But
really,
this is. But I don't know. This is what I was being told by somebody the other day. But also, this is what made me think that it might not be true that they hadn't actually travelled back from the future to tell us this. They also said a well-known musician who we all believe was dead would come back and we wouldn't know why, right? You disappeared, and now you're back. What happened?
I had to move rooms.
This is part of your new TV show you're doing for ITV?
Moving rooms.
And that in every room he has a movement. So what were we talking about before you disappeared? We were talking about this man from the future, right? And said the Queen might die this year. Well, no, the Queen will die this year, 2022. But also said that a famous pop star musician would come back, and we thought they were dead, right? If they were from the future, would they say, yeah, no, this famous pop star comes back that you all thought was dead, and we'll say, who is it? Oh, I've forgotten his name. Like, how do we know you're not from the... If you were from the future, you'd know, oh, his name was Elvis. Or he was the lead singer of the Manic Street Preachers.
Michael Jackson.
Woohoo! Actually, that's probably the best. If any musician was going to come back, would be Michael Jackson.
When you just said that, I just thought, Carry On.
What? Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
oh,
yoo-hoo!
Yeah. Michael Jackson does camp. Woohoo!
Michael Jackson in Carry On.
Carry On back to life. Woohoo! No, I'm up for Jackson coming back to life. I think that's a possibility.
No.
Out of everyone, no, I think to be fair, it'd be the Manic Street Preachers singer because we have no idea what happened there.
He just disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah.
We got Tupac Shakur, Michael Jackson.
What, are you going through dead pop stars?
Yeah.
Or mysteriously dead pop stars. Well, if it was dead pop stars, you could have a list of anyone if you're going to say that. You could say Mozart.
George Michael. I want George Michael to come back if there's anyone.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, you would assume George Michael did kill himself and probably did end it all. It's
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, but Freddie Mercury had AIDS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's got to be possible. And like mysterious disappearance, like Michael Jackson. There's a lot of mystery in that.
He'd be well pissed off if he did come back. Yeah.
Who?
Like Freddie Mercury. They replaced him in the band with another guy.
With Paul Rodgers and the guy from Pop Idol.
I got a better idea. If all these dead artists came back and made one super group, hey?
They could be called the Grateful Dead. Wah, 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 wah.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Well, right, you're not surprised it hasn't happened now, but you're surprised there isn't a tribute band with all these dead rock stars together.
Oh yeah, there's money to be made there, isn't there?
There we go. If you're going to put a tribute band together, so this is like people pretending to be, who would you put in the band? Would
Freddie
you
Mercury.
put singers or would you put musicians like a bit bass, guitarist, drummer?
Oh, yeah, you got Keith Moon in there. Obviously.
Okay, not obviously.
Right.
I'd have put Neil Peart, but fine.
Okay, oh, there you go.
No, but Keith Moon, go on. This is your
Keith
band,
Moon.
not mine.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury,
Okay, good. Go.
George Michael.
No, you can't have two singers.
You can one could take turns in backing singing.
Don't say George Michael's going to back up Freddie Mercury because people will put their own jokes in.
I've got the guy from Thin Lizzy. What's his name?
I've got the guy from Thin Lizzy. Phil Lynott, born in West Bromwich, just up the road from you. So yeah, we'll have Phil Lynott.
Obviously, you've got to have the greatest
On
guitarist
bass.
of all time, haven't you?
Eddie Van Halen.
What?
Go on, tell me the greatest guitarist of all time, and I'll tell you it's bollocks. Gary Moore? Oh,
No, one of the greatest. They're one of the greatest.
Come on.
Forgot his name.
That's my legacy. I'm the greatest guitarist in all time. And one year, two old blokes did a podcast, and he goes, "This is the greatest guitarist of all time." I've forgotten his name.
I just understand that guy from the future now. How easily he could forget.
It could be true. Come on, what was he in a band or was it? Come on, we'll work it out.
who it is. The guy from America.
No, the guy from America, the greatest.
Plays it with his
guitarist.
teeth. God.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, okay, I'll let you off. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is a good guitarist, but he wasn't old enough to know how good he could have become.
And then to top it all off, you've got to have DMX.
Now that sounds to me like a Nintendo Switch game.
DMX was a American rapper.
Right, hold on. Phil Lynott, singer. George Michael singer, Freddie Mercury singer, a guitarist that we don't know his name, Jimi Hendrix singer. Everyone's a singer, but that's all right.
It's my list, Steve.
No, it is, but I really don't think. I suppose you have got guitars, you've got a bass guitarist, you've got a drummer. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Do you want a dead
there you go.
keyboardist in there as well?
I don't know any dead keyboard.
Chopin.
Let's have a listen to your list then.
My list of dead singers: Janis Joplin, I'd have as my vocalist. I think I'd have Eddie Van Halen on guitar, Neil Peart on drums, bass guitar. I think because I don't know many bass guitarists, so I'd put Phil Lynott in at the moment, but I don't know. I don't know if John McCoy is still alive. If John McCoy's dead, we'll have him, but he's probably still alive.
A massive supergroup, Steve.
We could have had a massive supergroup, but I'm going to stick with Andrew, the paedophile formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
I do like that gag. It's not mine. It's Frankie Boyle's. He eats potatoes regularly on a Sunday. Because my theory is that one day we'll all live together because we'll all be the same. There'll be we'll just be a homogenous. I can't say the word, but we'll just be a mishmash of everything. There'll be no sexual gender as such to speak of. You'll have vaginas and penises, obviously, but you won't have he, she's.
I think what people will find is that after they get married, that goes out the window.
What, vaginas and penises? I like to see you chuck your vagina out the window.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that it's like when you're married, who wears the trousers, this kind of thing,
You see, this is a great. We should talk about this. We ain't got time now because this is a big discussion. Because I understand that in a relationship, sometimes it's easier if you both have your own sort of roles and stuff. But also, I think men are fucking lazy. I think men are lazy, and if they can get away with things, they will.
I mean, I tried putting on Mrs. trousers on. Too tight.
That's all right. You're saying you're a fat bastard, or you've got a skinny missus.
Both.
So that was the week we've had, really, isn't it, Alf? Really, we've had all that going on. We've had the storm. What will happen next week? Oh, we got Johnson's parties. He's got his questionnaires are going to go in.
It's a strange one. We didn't actually talk about him this week.
No, we did very, very well. That's because he's trying to. That's because the reason why we talked about Johnson is he's trying to be a prime minister and sort out the war in Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Oh,
You're doing all your dodgy Eastern European accents here, Steve.
Oh, no. No, the reason why I haven't talked about Boris is because he's actually pretending to be a politician and sorting out the Russia thing. Let's see what happens next week, and we'll see if we're still not being blown away by the winds and the Queen's not getting blown off by ripples. There we go. So we'll see you next week, Av.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra!